Hey, Eric here from 5minuteinvesting.com, and today we're going to talk about should you use paid tools, paid signals, paid research reports when you're learning about investing. So that's what this video is about, and if you are a stock market beginner or you're just starting out to learn investing, then I think this is going to be a good video for you. So let's start. So first, I'm going to jump over, minimize my screen here, and then I'm going to jump over to the slide. Should you use paid tools for investing and so on? Now let me just keep this on top so then you can see my face. All right, so there are quite a few paid tools on the market. So first of all, you can choose signals. Now signal is usually like a buy or sell, and it's some sort of calculation or some automated way of telling you that you should buy or sell a stock or currency or a cryptocurrency and so on. Most of them are mechanical and automatic, but sometimes it's also manual as well. Now, the goal of signals is really to increase your accuracy. So I did some Google research here. You can actually just type paid signals. And then one of the first ones I found is the Forex one that costs around $39 a month. Now, there are ones that are more expensive, but I think this is a good range to aim for, somewhere between 39 to 97. The next one is really indicators. Now, indicators also give you kind of like a buy and sell, but then you will usually combine this with other analysis. So again, the goal here is really to increase your accuracy, so it increases your probability of winning. So I did a Google research here, and here's another Forex one. So there are a lot of these paid signals for Forex, and this one is 97 per month. And if you go to MetaTrader 5, you'll also see that there's a library of all these indicators that range from, good to bad. Now, when you are looking at indicators, I think one of the things you need to be aware of is actually whether they work or not. So if you are buying an indicator, you need to test it yourself. You actually need to know how to use it, and you need to have a proper investing strategy, and perhaps adding that indicator in will help you out. Now, there are actually some expensive ones where it is designed for hedge funds and so on. So I did a quick Google search, and here you're going to find one that is actually for hedge funds, and you can see the website is much more professional, and then the analysis are also much more in depth. Now, the price is actually not shown here, so in this case I think you actually need to contact them to figure out what the price is, but my estimate is that it's going to be above $10,000. When you're looking at something like a Bloomberg terminal where it has signals, indicators, research reports, it's like more than $30,000 a terminal, and hedge funds have Bloomberg terminals all the time. All right, the next one is really research reports. So these are reports that are done by analysts, and they usually have a business degree. And the goal here is really to save you time on research and just hone in on a couple of stocks that you're really interested in. Now, for example, you can actually subscribe to a database, something like Seeking Alpha, and then you're going to get access to a lot of articles if you choose the cheaper option. But if you choose the more expensive option, like professional, then you'll have a $200 a month cost, but then you're going to get a lot of ideas plus analysis and so on. So I think if you want to save time on research reports, some people actually buy them just to get an analyst's view. Now, the downside to that is really if the analyst has a different strategy than you or a different time horizon, it gives you things to think about, but it doesn't necessarily replace your investing strategy. So if your investing strategy is 3 to 5 years, you still need to build that into your build the research report analysis into your time horizon, and you need to think whether the analysts actually cover everything you're looking for. So now these are the things supposed to help you to make your life better. Now the fourth one is really a testing software, and this is really if you want to manage your own portfolio and you are in the research phase. So if you're just starting out to learn investing, then I would strongly recommend you to get a testing software. So that allows you to prove your strategy over a long period of time, something like 10 years of financial market data. So usually for a testing software, you will be doing a little bit of coding, kind of determining when to enter and when to exit. If you don't know how to code, I think you can test as well. You just don't test as quickly as if you have a testing software with like you know how to code and so on. So in this case, I actually found another example called Forex Tester. And in here, you'll actually see that it's around $299, plus you can get some higher data quality. So $300 is pretty reasonable. And I think one of the most important thing you need to consider is actually the ability to fast forward in time. So you buy, and then instead of using live market data, you're using historical data, and then the chart kind of moves forward. So then you can see whether you're making a profit and loss. Instead of waiting for days, you just wait a couple of seconds. So I think the ability to fast forward in time is actually quite important. All right, so here's a question for you. Now, since you're watching this YouTube video, do you use any paid tools? And what tools are you using, how much you're paying, and whether that is working for you. So if you are using any paid tools, leave a comment below and let me know whether that is working for you. I actually read and reply every single comment. So now here's really the big question, is what about free tools? What are the free tools that I use, and what are some of the free tools out there that you can consider as well? So for my personal investing strategy, I actually do not use any paid tools except one. And here is a list of the free tools that I personally use. So in terms of charts and indicators, I actually use something called tradingview.com. So if you don't have an account, you can just type tradingview.com. I don't have an affiliate link, so you can just come here and you can just register for an account. And then afterwards, you can see a lot of analysis that people are doing. You can actually save your stock list here. You can actually add in a lot of indicators, and it's very convenient, and so far this is the best charting software I've found. So if you are using your own broker's charts, I would recommend you to switch here to just use the free version of tradingview.com. It pretty much satisfied everything that I'm looking for. So for my personal investing strategy, I actually don't use any paid signals and indicators. I used to have paid signals and indicators, but then later on, I actually found that it's not that useful, and it's not really helping me to make more money. Now, the second one is really free indicators. So on tradingview.com, you're going to find thousands of free indicators online. So some of the more popular ones will be moving averages, MACD, so haystick, and so on. So then you can combine and mix and match them together. What's important here is that you actually need to test the indicators you put together and a strategy you develop to make sure you're profitable. And this really leads to the only paid tool I use, which is the testing software. So when you are a new investor, you're trying to learn how to invest in the markets, this is one of the most important software that I would recommend you spending some money on, is to prove your strategy. If you don't have a proven strategy, if you have never tested your strategy, then you shouldn't invest in the market. It's as simple as that. So it's quite useful to get that tool so then you can fast forward in time and test your strategy and figure out whether your strategy works or not. So, back when I was in the testing phase, which was many years ago, I would go through one strategy in less than an hour. So I will know whether the strategy works in, this stock or this currency pair in actually 5 to 10 minutes if I already have a template coded. And then I would just change the parameters. So then I would test different variations to see if it makes any sense. If not, then I'll find another strategy to test. So when you're looking at paid indicators, right, it is really a combination of the existing technical indicators. Maybe the math is a little bit different, but in my opinion, I think if you're looking at technical indicators, you can pretty much use the technical indicators out there that are free instead of paid. But of course, if you are a hedge fund, if you are, investing millions of dollars, then you will actually perhaps buy very specific indicators that is not a technical indicator. So in terms of financial information, looking at financials, I use marketwatch.com. They also have news and analysis. So this is a very good website, and it's completely free. So then you can just click here and then you can search, the stock that you want to buy, and then you can get a lot of information, whether that is cash flow, income statements, balance sheet, and so on. And I think the limitation is really not the amount of information that is on this website, because there are a ton of information on the internet. I think the limitation is really coming down to, do you know how to interpret it? Because there's a lot of information and a lot of conflicting opinions out there in the market. Now, in terms of news, quite straightforward. I use Google News, so nothing fancy. And this pretty much sums up the major free tools I use, and I don't use any paid tools to invest in the market. So here's a question for you. What's your favorite free tool? And if you have one, you can leave a comment below and kind of say why you like it. And the big question is really, do you think you can master investing without paid tools? And I just want to hear your thoughts. If you think you can or you cannot, then you can leave a comment below as well. Now, here is really the most important question. Now, this channel is obviously designed to help people to get 30% a year from the stock market. And, do you think you can actually reach 30% a year with free tools only? Why and why not? And I want to hear what you think. And I read every single comment. So that is pretty much it for this video. If this is your first time coming to this channel, welcome. And since you're a new viewer, my name is Eric Cito, and I teach people how to invest in the markets and get 30% a year using an hour a day. So if you want to learn more about how I invest and how I help people, you can actually click on the link below in description, call 5minuteinvesting.com/free case study, and there will be a free webinar on how to get 30% from the market. So this is an introductory webinar, so you can watch that and learn more. If you are already a subscriber, fantastic. Thanks for subscribing. And if you haven't taken advantage of the free chart course, I actually teach you how to set up your trading view step by step, click by click. I even give you my template in this link below. So it's called Set Up Your Charts to Find Stocks at a 20% Discount. So you can go to 5minuteinvesting.com/free chart course, and you can just type in your details and you will have access to the free module of Investing Accelerator right away. So that's pretty much it for this video. Let me know if you have any questions. If there are any other topics you want me to cover, just leave a comment below, and I'll see you in the next video.